Welcome to Beer and Breakfast, your matchday morning build-up show. Out the night before on Early Access.
Early Access.
Early Access. Can you feel the pressure yet, Jono?
No.
I'm nervous.
Another playoffs for them Blades.
Oh no. I'm Johnny.
I'm Jono.
And let's see what we've got coming up this week.
Reviewing the Fulham demolition.
We've got fan previews ahead of Saturday's game throughout this episode.
Views from the other side.
A look at Nottingham Forest.
This week's This or That.
Predictions for Saturday's game.
And much more.
First of all, housekeeping out the way. Thank you for watching this video. We got quite a few views on the last one compared to normal. We're glad that interest is finally peaking in Beer and Breakfast. We do put a lot of work into it.
It's nice to know that some people like us babbling on about stuff.
That shit. If you're new to this series, please do like the video if you've enjoyed it. Get involved in the comments down below. And if you haven't
Where have you been?
Where have you been? We're doing this all season.
No.
And if you haven't done already, what should we be doing, Jono?
Subscribing.
How much does it cost?
Liking. Absolute zero.
Costs nout. Nout.
Just costs you a little prick.
Have you just called them all pricks?
No, just press it. It's like a little...
See you later. I'm off. Before we get into the pressures of what is coming up, because I am not looking forward to these games at all, let's talk about something I will look forward to talking about, and that is the absolute destruction of champions Fulham.
Oh, champions are having a laugh.
What happened?
Where do we start with that match? We just, from 0 to 90 minutes of just whirlwind football from them Blades, taking the chances.
Yeah.
And just destroying a team that scored 107 goals or what it had scored. All right, I know they had a couple of changes, but...
With no so did we.
Exactly.
No recognised strikers. Offered team's still not probably 100% fit. What more do we need to do to show people that we are working with what we got and we're struggling? But nobody makes excuses for us, do they?
Don't want them to.
No, 100%.
We went through all that Premier League season playing teams on bad days, so...
Yeah, let's keep that going. I like that. Fulham
started the bad days, haven't they, already against us, so...
I mean, if you...
Forest have a bad day.
Oh, I hope they have 2 bad days. But looking at it, Fulham fans, we still battered them, look at the possession, look at the shots. Don't look at any of that, look at the scoreline, mate, 4-0.
It does shock me though, that possession-wise.
Does it?
It does. I don't understand how we were only 30%.
Let them have the ball. What did they do with it when they had it? Fuck all.
I'm not bothered about that. I just thought we had the ball a lot more than what that's suggesting.
We gave them a little guard on. A few people booed. I didn't see the point. Nobody.
Well, because we had it to us, so why not?
Exactly.
No.
Hey, Mitrovic even got a little clap when he came off, didn't he?
He did.
I mean, we're probably applauding the fact that they managed to climb out of Regan's pocket long enough to walk off the pitch. I mean... This brings him into my next point, looking at that Fulham game. Morgan Gibbs-White and strikers in disguise.
They seem to have took up this role so well in the past few games, haven't they?
Yeah.
They look so dangerous together. I mean, it still frustrates me a bit with the tricks and flicks when it don't pay off.
Yeah, that is always a danger with them too.
Yeah, I mean, it looks so good when it does pull off. If you're 4-0 up, then you can do what you want.
Yeah, of course. You got to do the basics right first.
Yeah, but they are looking very good up front and very dangerous.
Could there be a strike partnership to fear? We said about Morgan Gibbs-White and Billy Sharp being a strike partnership to fear. On days like that, Morgan Gibbs-White and Ndiaye.
He's got some great confidence at the moment because he's assisting his goals at the moment, and Sander Berg playing in that role as well.
Oh, he's been amazing. He's been the Sander we have told you about.
We warned you.
We warned you that this Sander was coming eventually, and here he is.
It's not very often I'm right, but if you can't tell by now, you've not been at Bramall Lane.
People still prefer Lundstrom to Sander Berger.
No one's ever said that.
People do. Because he scored a goal in a UEFA Cup semi-final against them.
I don't like the lad. I mean, he did dirty on us, not giving a shit, but fair play to him for what he's doing for Rangers. But that's it. I'm so happy with Sander Berger. There's no way I'd swap him for Lundstrom.
Fucking no chance.
No way.
Not on earth. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Sander Berger and the absolute cream of the crop that he is. And some of those balls, some of those runs, the way he...
mate.
I
said it, Kevin De Bruyne in disguise.
Kevin De Berger.
Love it.
They were beautiful. It were absolutely beautiful, and I enjoyed every second that he was on the ball.
He is the KDB of the Championship, especially this past.
No, but we're not going to
We're not
going to convert him to anybody else. He's not the KDB of anything. He is the Sander Berger of everything.
All right.
He's just a magnificent, beautiful Norwegian man.
Oh, I really hope stops. Nice interview that he did and all of it.
Yeah, really
It was good. He said he was so happy and
Well, he does owe it to us after how long you were at. Let's be fair.
I just don't want us to, if we do fail at playoffs and for him to bugger off.
Well, he's going to win it.
Yeah.
But whether that's his choice or not, we'll not get into any of that shit. Let's take a first trip into Fanland and see what some Blade fans have to say.
Producer Josh, again in the car park in the middle of Wakefield, covered in shit. Playoff. If there's one team I didn't want, it was Nottingham Forest, to be perfectly honest. But we're gonna see how it goes. It's gonna be fucking interesting, isn't it? I want to enjoy myself. I'm fucking shitting my pants. I shit myself at Fulham for the first 15 minutes until we were like, I don't know, 3-0 up. I was like, this is fine. Don't worry about it. So I'm hoping for more of the same. But I doubt we'll get 3-0 up against Nottingham Forest in the playoffs in the first leg. Second leg's going to be even harder because it's at their home ground. I hate having, when it's 2 legs and you're away for the second leg. I'd much rather be at home for the second leg. But I'm optimistic. I'm hoping for a 2-1 win at home followed by a 0-0 at their place. So that's what I'm hoping for. Whether we'll get it or not, we'll have to wait and see. But I'll see you guys there. Shitting my pants. Poo-poo time.
Hiya mate, hope we're all good. Just a quick preview for the huge game against Nottingham Forest this Saturday. Obviously playoff semi-final. Sheffield United don't really do playoffs, but I'll say it quietly, I do actually quite fancy us this season. I think, what I will say is I think the winner of the tie between us and Forest will go up and be promoted to the Premiership. That's no disrespect to Huddersfield or Luton. Obviously they both had fantastic seasons, but I do feel the winner of the tie between us and Forest will go through and we'll go through at Wembley and ultimately get the win there. Obviously a big 2 games before we even start to think about Wembley. Nottingham Forest, fantastic team. We've seen them obviously at the City Ground. I think we were still under Slav and they were sort of under the early leadership of Steve Cooper. So you can't really read too much into that. And then the second game, they were outstanding and fully deserved more than a point. Obviously they pinched a point late on. But I do also think, I don't know whether it's just myself, I'm sort of looking at the Forest team going, Johnson, Keenan Davis if he's fit, Jed Spence, looking at all these players, and I'm not actually thinking about what Nottingham Forest might be doing, the Nottingham Forest fans will be saying about us, because I think they'll be saying, you know what, they've got Morgan Gibbs-White, Illiman and Dye, Sander Berg, John Fleck, Ollie Norwood. We've earned the right to be in the playoffs and we're just as good a side of them, if not better. I mean, again, Paul Eckingbottom, I had my doubts when he came in, I had my doubts at times, Stoke away, but he's proved me wrong and he's proved a few other people wrong as well. Since he's come in, since Cooper and Eckingbottom have come in respectively, we've probably been right up there with Fulham for informed teams, so it's going to be a fantastic game. Like I say, I'm not too nervous at the minute. Whether that'll change when it comes close to the time, who knows. Whatever clothes you wore the other day, Blades fans, wear exactly the same. I'm wearing the same down to the underpants, the socks, the trainers, the shorts, the yellow and purple 1996 away shirt, the bucket hat. I don't care if it's -1, and that's what I'm wearing because it worked the other day, and I'm a one for lucky omen, so that's going to be my lucky omen. So how it's going to go, I don't know. It's going to be a very tight affair. I'm going to go for the Blades to edge the first leg, 2-1 with a late goal.
We've got to talk about it, Jono. That win over Fulham guaranteed us a place in the playoffs. And we do so well in playoffs.
I mean, yeah. 8 playoffs, I think it is, and 0 successful ones.
Never scored in a playoff final.
I mean, I felt sorry for Sunderland overnight when they got through against them. And the first thing in my mind is like, the curse of the playoffs. I think they've had about 5 or 6 that they've not won from.
Just like us as well. We're 2 of only a very select few that have been relegated by a playoff. Us and Sunderland. Same year.
Well, there you go.
They got sent,
there for you.
Yeah. They got sent down to Division 3. We got sent down to Division 2. We might have been year after, actually. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think we were year after. But a select few that have actually been relegated by a playoff. So that's how bad ours and Sunderland's record is in the playoffs. We've never scored in a final. We've never won one, and we've been relegated by one. Great looking forward to this. Chardonnay and lettuce.
Do you think it affects the players though? I mean, you look at a record like that, but these aren't players that have already played in a playoff final.
I think we've got players like Ollie Norwood, who've won playoffs.
He's won one.
Conor Hourihan's been in a few playoffs. So we've got a mix of players.
So they know how to win a playoffs.
We've got players there, but Warnock did, theoretically. I think we've got players about us where the curse won't be thought of and it won't play on their minds. It'll still happen, we'll still be cursed, but it won't be in their minds, let's put it that way.
Oh, I'm going to get past Forest first anyway.
Oh, fuck's sake. Go to the Blades fans, go to the Blades fans, go to the Blades fans!
I never know where you look into the actual camera. Is that it? It's not the camera. Sometimes I do videos, I'm looking up bigly. Yeah, look at me. Anyway, phenomenal on Saturday. I really enjoyed it. Thought the atmosphere was fantastic. It's been pretty shit all season, the atmosphere, so it's good to know that we can turn it on when the big games are there. And I thought it was a really good atmosphere, and I think it was the same on Saturday. More time for a few beverages before the game this week as well, so I think it'll be a really good atmosphere again on Saturday, and I'm looking forward to it. I think every Sheffield United fan, or I'd say 80% of us, didn't even think we'd be in this position, certainly not at December. So to actually extend the season and be with a chance of getting to a playoff final, albeit against a really good side in Forest, I think that we'd have taken that, wouldn't we? We'd have certainly taken that after we lost to Derby 2-0 away, or lost to Reading even at home a couple of weeks ago. But I said on Blaze Pod that I've written this team off a couple of times this season. Start of the season, I said, as a collective, they're broken and they probably need splitting up and starting again for the sake of their careers. And I said after the Reading game that we looked shot with the injuries and everything. I thought it just all caught up with us. So to come back with 3 wins and a draw after that Reading game, I never saw that come in. And to score 7 goals in 2 games. And people say, oh, Fulham on the beach. I thought Fulham started that game really well. I admit that after 2-0, the Reds went a little bit and they probably thought, like, yeah, fuck best, they can't be arsed. But to start off as we did and to get those 2 goals and to look as dangerous as we are looking, especially with no striker, I'm not saying I'm confident, because I'm never confident with United, but at the same time, I'm really looking forward to it. I think it should be a great game. And, it's a position that I don't think any of us ever thought we'd be in, probably up until that final game, where all season we've sort of, even when we were in the top 6, we'd followed it up with a poor result, or we'd get another injury, with like Billy Sharp being out, Bogle being out, Brewster, McBurney. But to come round in the way that they have, absolutely fantastic. And I can't wait, and I really can't wait. And, good luck to those 2,000 who managed to get tickets for the away leg, because that should be unbelievable as well. But I'm hoping that in this home leg we can go in with a lead. But if not, I'm not as nervous as I normally am in playoffs. My stomach is so far staying pretty healthy because I just think we're in a position that I never thought we'd be in all season. So credit to them for getting 6th after 5th place, even after the start that we had, and let's fucking do it.
In my mind, it was never in doubt, and probably I should say the same. But until things are sorted and it's signed, you're always reluctant to count your chickens, you know what I mean? So pleased. It's been important for a number of years at this club, and hopefully it'll be important for the next few as well. And Morgan's been back on the grass today, so obviously Connor and Morgan didn't train last week, but they'll be fine. Obviously George has had more training minutes in him, looking good. Bill's another few days closer, so we're touch wood. Everything at the minute is as good as it can be from the last game. So
we might as well speak about Nottingham Forest, the fucking media darlings that they are. Everybody wants them to do well. Because Steve Cooper took them from the bottom and fuck off. Fans seem to think they're going to walk through everything. Fans seem to think they've already got it won. I mean, Mr. Dory, you'll hear from in a second, he wanted us in the playoff semi-finals. He wanted us.
That surprised me, because I didn't think they'd want any of us.
Talking to ex-Nottingham Forest player Kevin Campbell on Twitter, he's saying, oh, we win this over 2 legs. So why are we even turning up? Because Nottingham Forest are that good. They battered us, remember? They battered us 1-1 twice.
Wow, that surprised me, that.
I'm not saying we're going to win. I genuinely think Forest have got enough about them to put us to the sword over the playoffs, if you ask me honestly. But I don't think the arrogance is deserved Do you?
Now, and Guinness 2,000 tickets is even worse.
Oh, don't even. That's fucking disgusting. We'll talk about that later. Look, I mean, a team that raves about Max Lowe. Do you need to say anything more?
Well, at least he can't play against us then, can he?
No, but I fucking wish he would.
Well, I don't know. If they're raving about him, he's doing something right, isn't he?
Oh, fuck knows. But if that's the kind of player they're raving about, it makes me feel a bit better. Because we've got him to come back. I'm hoping Forest buy him, whether they go up or not.
If they buy him, I don't think they will.
You look at the players there. They've got no world beaters, but they've got a good team set up, haven't they?
Yeah, it's a good set of lads who's playing football happily together.
Yeah.
And it's always a dangerous combination when you've got that together.
Yeah.
Good set of lads who's happy to play alongside each other, all fighting for each other. I think if they have a performance like they did against Bournemouth, I don't think we've got anything to worry about.
No. But I will still win.
And that was a big game for them as well. If they couldn't get up for that big game, do you know what? It's not going to be as easy for them.
It's not going to be easy for them. I still think they'll beat us.
I don't know. Like I said, I've been pessimistic all this time. Pessimistic?
Pessimistic.
That's what I said.
You've got Peggy, don't mind. Steve Cooper, good manager.
Yeah. Done a great job. You can't fault what he's done.
No.
He looks a dickhead. But he knows what he's doing.
A modern day Ian Dowie.
Well, he makes Phil Jones look quite good looking, to be honest with you.
What has this descended into? Let's get some views from the other side.
Despite Forest's disastrous record in end of season playoffs, really confident and looking forward to Bramall Lane on Saturday and a chance to get to Wembley. On the 4 previous occasions, we failed to get past the semi-final stage, but this season I feel we've got the squad, the momentum, the confidence to go all the way, go one better than before, and then one better than that and gain automatic promotion. Since Steve Cooper arrived, the team have been on an upward curve. Having taken over after 7 games where we'd got 1 point, we were looking at relegation, but now we've just missed out on automatic promotion, and whilst that's a small concern, I think the squad has got enough ability to do the business. The game on Saturday is going to be tough, brings back memories of 2003. For lots of fans it'll be the chance to settle an old score, but the current crop won't remember that. The game a couple of weeks ago was one where Forest, in my opinion, played them off the pitch. Even though we had to rely on a 95th minute winner, Billy Sharp had done what Billy Sharp does. He'd got a goal out of nothing, but his absence might prove crucial. Forest are missing 1 or 2 key players too, so I think it's going to be a tight game, followed by a raucous atmosphere here at the City Ground, and I think that might be enough to see us through. Having experienced the FA Cup ties against Premier League opposition and how the team cope with that, I think they can cope with this one too. And like I say, get to Wembley. Whoever the opposition is there, again, I'm fully confident that we can take the game to them on the big pitch. The exciting players like Brennan Johnson, Jed Spence will look to use that space and wear those teams down. So, after 23 years out of the Premier League, I feel this is a great opportunity for the club to get back to the promised land and finally forget about that playoff hoodoo that's held us back for so long.
What's going on, people? It's Mr. Don, Nottingham Forest fan with Dora on tour, and yes, we're here at last. Nottingham Forest against Sheffield United in the playoffs, and I'm excited. I can't wait. But it's still strange that we're saying that we're in the playoffs after the start that we made. Am I disappointed that did we get top 2? Not really, because like I said, I didn't expect to be in the playoffs as the 15th. But after what Steve Cooper's done, it's just wow. He's done a remarkable job for the club, and now in the playoffs, it's Sheffield United. I'm confident that we can get a result. As you know, that we did play him already this season and won both games. I remember you lot played well at the seat ground, and it is I remember I think it was Ryan Yates, I think, or grabbing like a league closer. When we were at your ground, I remember we absolutely battered you, but then Billy Sharp, he got the goal, and but the man himself, Ryan Yates, scored in the 95th minute, I think it was. But yeah, we absolutely battered you. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game, and I've been so excited for this game, and as you can call it, revenge after the playoff. I think it was 03-04 season. I think we can go there confident, and we can do it. We can do it. But like I said, I want to Sheffield United in the playoffs. It's going to be tough. Do I think we can go? Do I think that we can go up? I think we can. Everyone says that we were favourites after the form that we've been on under Steve Cooper, and I think we can do it, and we've got to believe that we can do it. Thank you for having me on, and like I said, I'm going until we're a Nottingham Forest fan, and hopefully that we can get a big result in Sheffield United. Come on!
We've heard from the Forest fans, we've heard from some Blades fans, we've briefly talked about Nottingham Forest, we'll talk more about the game itself in a bit, but before that, it's playoff weekend, and I think it brings us nicely into a round off.
This or that.
Nice and easy. Nottingham Forest versus Sheffield United in one playoff semi-final. In the other, we have got Luton versus Huddersfield.
I like how you done Big L and then you seem to run out of room, so you just squeeze N on end.
I should have written it and then cut it out instead of cutting it out and then writing it.
Possibly.
Because the D's are also joined together on
They were
Hoods.
going to write Huddersfield.
Yeah. Let you go first. Jono, who's winning overall the other playoff semi-final going to Wembley?
As much as I'd like Luton to win, Huddersfield are going to go through.
You think?
Yeah.
It's going to be Hudds?
Yeah, unfortunately. They've got a good record in playoffs as well, Huddersfield.
Yeah, they have actually, which is concerning if they do manage to squeak through.
I've been waiting for them to flop all season. It's just not happened. I just think they're going to have too much for Luton, especially over two legs. Johnny! Who's going to win?
Luton. Luton's going to win. Luton's going to get to Wembley.
I hope they do. I just can't see it. What makes you think Luton's going to beat Huddersfield?
I think they'll be more up for it.
Yeah.
I do. I do.
Huddersfield don't seem to have been up for a game all season and still finish third.
I just think Luton are going to be more up for it. I think that over a playoff semi-final, which is unpredictable, I just think Luton have that X factor of being very Sheffield United today. A group of non-fancy players brought together to make a decent team.
I just think Huddersfield is just not going to be broken down by Luton.
I think they are. I think
0-0 at first leg.
I think they're going to win 1-0 on aggregate.
I hope so. Warner's going to be right.
Wickham versus Milton Keynes. Similar. Very similar.
It's them away teams, isn't it?
It is. It is. That's
them away teams. Sunderland, Wickham.
It's an enigma, isn't it?
Both at home first.
And for that means that
Sheffield United Luton final.
No, you fucked it up for Championship. Now you've jinxed it. You've completely jinxed it. Oh, shall we cut into some more Blades fans? See what they've got to say.
Let's have a look at some more.
Well, I think you'd be hard pressed to find any Blades fan who thought we were going to wipe past Fulham that easily to secure a place in the playoffs, and it wouldn't even matter if we didn't because of results elsewhere. But boy, does that give us a boost going into round one of at least 180 grueling minutes against Nottingham Forest. The side that I personally, when looking at the lineup, I wanted to play the least, but upon reflection, I think we'd have had to play them eventually, and I think we'd be going to Wembley really, really confident if we could see off the form team in the league, because bar the last two games, they really, really have excelled under Steve Cooper this season after getting him in to replace Chris Hughton. And we've had two very tight, interesting games against Forest this season, 1-1 at either end, them just about nicking a point at our place, and first leg at Bramall Lane Saturday, 3 o'clock, packed house. It's going to be intense, very intense, and I think we can use that in our favour in front of a Bramall Lane crowd, because if it can get as loud and as raucous as it did on Saturday, if we can start with the same intensity that we started with against Fulham, with that front three of Gibbs White and Giant Berger linking up, we could be in for another really, really special day at the Lane and hopefully carry that momentum in. But we'll take it one step at a time, we'll take it one game at a time, and we've got a job to do. Let's just hope we can go and do it. Come on, Blades.
Hello and welcome to Psychic Corner. This is the corner, very psychic, with me, Mystic Mark from Tufty Club. Now I know I said I was never going to mention that name again, but I'm on a roll. We'd obviously on the pod predicted that Fulham were going to win 7-0 before our game. And then obviously last week I predicted that we would make the playoffs by someone else cocking up their result. Admittedly, I said we wouldn't win against Fulham, but then we didn't win, did we? Absolutely pasted them. So I'm having that one on a technicality as well. So yeah, I'm going to say I'm on a roll. I'm going to say I know what's happening, I know what you're thinking. I'm a dickhead, but no. See, I've used that again, and I'm not a dickhead. I'm a knobhead, and I'm going to use my psychic powers now to say, actually, I ain't got a clue what's going to happen against Forest. Obviously, we're on a roll with three wins on the bounce. Last sort of game and a half, absolutely hammered teams as well. Obviously, beat QPR. We've scored all 3 goals second half. Obviously, absolutely just swept Fulham aside first 25-30 minutes, didn't we? And Forest, obviously, real mixed bag. Won 1, drawn 1, lost 1. But this is the playoffs and anything can happen. Not only that, it's Sheffield United, and it's I hate to be the pessimistic one again, but it's cock up time, isn't it? When you get towards, you raise the hopes, and we've said it for months now. Anything's a bonus now because we're looking down rather than up in November. But they raise your hopes, don't they? So with your hopes going up, your expectation comes up as well, and you start to think, oh yeah, we can do this, and then they sort of well, kick you in knackers, don't they? Or Jenna Taylor of your choice. So yeah, I don't know what to say about this one, and I know that's ridiculous because that's what I've actually started recording this video for. But it's going to be a close one. I think it's not going to be as easy as it was beating champions. So I actually fancy we might win. I think we might win though, like 1-0. Obviously, both times we played them were draws this season. I don't think either team, I think they've been one of the toughest teams we played, but they look beatable both times. Just we weren't very good both times. So I think we can do them over 2 legs. Whether we will or not is another thing. I think, especially playing at their place, we might not get the result we need, but we'll see, won't we? And of course, I've said about cocking up, and of course we like to cock up on the bigger stage. So yeah, I might as well just say it. We're going to do them over 2 legs. See you at Wembley.
We need to try and keep calm during this and not go off the rails too much. Fucking 2,000!
Fucking hell.
2,000 tickets!
And they got 3,200.
I made a little joke on Twitter about it. It's just like Princess Pockets. I were half serious. But I do think he tried to do the right thing. It also been recommended.
Have we been dirtied by Forest, or is it?
It's a mix of many things. If you believe what you've read in the media, SOG have come into it. Just health and safety fucking idiots. Said, well, they tried to invade the pitch last time, so best give them the top stand, so they can't do it. They go, fuck them. So come on, bottom stand.
You go on pitch, you get risk of getting a ban. So
yeah, fuck it. Let them be there. And then
I wouldn't mind them being up there if we got more tickets from Forest.
Not just that, stick them up there, and they've said, oh, you could miss out on some money if you don't give them the extra allocation. Fuck it, miss out on the money. If they're going to be cunts back. I know they've sold out now, so we can't do it.
We probably didn't know that they were going to raise the keys 2,000.
I think, yeah, we probably hoped that they'd return the favour.
Do you think they've done dirty on us?
It's a mix of many things. One, we didn't want to lose out on the money if we only gave them 2,000, because there's more seats we could have given, so we'd lose out on about 20 grand.
20 quid, I know.
I know, but well, that's only because you can't charge more than your highest home ticket.
They managed to charge us 29.
Because their highest home ticket is 29. Well, we should have charged them 21 because that's our highest home ticket. But we thought, no, whoever did the price thought, no, we'll just average it down to 20 like most of our home tickets. And it's ended up biting us in fucking arse.
Luckily, we have got tickets for the away leg.
We do.
Luckily.
Luckily.
Thanks to me.
Thanks to John O'Gan in the queue. Yeah, so it's your fault when we go and watch us lose in fucking second.
Oh, no, down on Saturday. Does anybody want to buy our tickets?
Even if we went into fucking second leg 5-0 up, I'd still be nervous.
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Fucking Sheffield United in playoffs. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. But yeah, back to the allocation. It's a mixture of many things. The safety idiots, not wanting to lose out on money, so we gave them extra, even though we could have just still given them the bare minimum. What we should have done is given them an initial 2,000, seen what they give us, and if we could have struck a deal.
But then you're going to have to change tickets, aren't you, for upper?
No, I mean we should have put them in the upper, but only given them 2,000 in the upper,
Yeah.
and then made Forest very aware. If you give us more, we will open up the other section.
Yeah.
And then maybe Forest would have done. But we went out, we offered the olive branch straight away, also not to lose out on that lovely, sweet, 20 grand that'll make so much difference. That's somebody's wages for a week. And, you know, we got shafted on it. So many different things. Just a long list of mistakes, which all comes down to being, regardless, no matter what we did and didn't do at Bramall Lane, we got 2,000 tickets in a playoff semi-final. Last time we went there in a playoff semi-final at the City Ground, didn't we get about 4,000?
Yeah, top and bottom, weren't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. It's fucking disgusting.
It's not fair. It's a massive game. I'm saying for League One as well, Sunderland and Wednesday should have got more than what they got.
Yeah, I mean, there's a thing now where
Wickham should have got more at MK Dons.
there's a maximum and a minimum that you're allowed to give away to away fans in league games, and it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it should be an FA Cup kind of thing.
No, I reckon every away ground should have a minimum of, say your ground holds 30,000.
Yeah.
Minimum of 2,000 is fair enough. But they only ever offer the bare minimum. It should be that you offer those other seats out. Everybody's just giving the bare minimum all the fucking time, and it's disgusting.
When you look at the average attendance that Forest are getting, if they're selling out every week with only giving the fans 2,000, I can understand.
Yeah.
But they're getting everybody jumping on bandwagon to fill out their stadium. But they could have easily gave us more. But now they'd rather sell it to people who's not been, whether that's going to make a difference to intimidation or how loud City Ground's going to be.
Are these another set of cunts with a drum? I can't remember.
I don't think they are, actually. I can't remember them having a drum.
I fucking hope not. I can't do that again. I can't fucking do dealing with that again.
Some teams have got a band and a light show.
Someone like you. Anyway, other than the disgusting away allocation, we have played them twice already this season, and they've both been 1-1, but they battered us, apparently, according to their fans.
Yeah, well, 1-1 getting battered. I got the batters at their ground again then.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, that 95th minute equaliser at Bramall Lane, but they battered us. And you know, that equaliser at the City Ground after we'd scored first, but they battered us. It's like, if you look at stats, which like they are doing, Fulham battered us. Look how well that turned out.
Exactly. I'll take another one of them.
Yeah, I'll take another 4-0 batter into us. But looking at those two 1-1 meetings, despite all the media sucking off that they're getting, does those two results give you any kind of confidence?
It does in a way, especially at their ground.
Does it make you feel more evenly matched, or does it make you feel like...
I think we're evenly matched anyway, especially at the moment where we've been playing. We play like we have in last three halves. We are going to go through.
Very optimistic.
I hate it. I shouldn't be, because I'm not usually, and I'm always been proven wrong. And that's what I'm not happy about. I want to be pessimistic.
Do we need to win? Just win at Bramall Lane?
No, I will take a draw.
I think to go through, we need to win by 2 or 3 minimum at Bramall Lane. We need to make the home advantage count, and we need to score 2 or 3 goals to have any chance of going through, I think. And that's my pessimistic side shining through.
I'm glad one of us are.
Yeah, well, I said we win against Fulham, and that's the only fucking optimism you're getting from me all season. We're in the playoffs now. This is big boy curse time.
It's not good.
It's not good. I just think we're going to need to score at least 3 or 4.
Go on then, we'll do that.
Do we go in with an unchanged team? Same team that played Fulham?
This is the one I am happy with 90% of the team, or is it 90, whatever it is, one position I would change for the game, and if that's his fate, I would have Baldock instead of Osborne. That's the only change I would make.
I would start with the same team and have Baldock on the bench, and if it's not working, I'd change it at half time. I think you've just beat
just Osborne against Forest. I know he's a Forest fan.
Right. When Osborne...
He came on and played against Forest, didn't he?
And he was
From
shit.
what I remember.
and he was shit.
Yeah. They know what he's like.
But that's not to do with Forest. That's not to do with Forest. That's just Ben Osborne. When he has a good game, he has an exceptional game.
Yeah.
And he's unplayable. He's fucking brilliant.
Like that, fair enough, put him inside.
But then it's opposite end of the spectrum.
I think I just prefer a bit more comfort if Baldock were playing.
No, I'd say you've just beat champions 4-0, you've got to start with the same team. But I have the option to change it there.
All right, yeah. I mean, I'll play either way. I'm not saying drop Osborne.
Yeah.
I just prefer Baldock.
If you could get the Osborne we had on Saturday every game, fucking amazing. But I just think he has too many days off.
Yeah.
That's my own.
He's had his one game, so he's going to have
Yeah. Well, that's exactly it.
Wait for the final, Benny boy.
That's the only reason why I don't rate Osborne as highly as some others. He's got great work ethic.
Consistency.
That's it. That is exactly it. People seem to think, well, why don't you like Ben Osborne? He does, and if he could do it every week, I'd be fucking thrilled.
Oh, yes.
But he just doesn't. But I'm hoping he carries what he did against Fulham into the next game, because if we get that Ben Osborne, fuck me, they're in trouble. In trouble. It's been a brief one this week. Obviously, we've got a lot to do getting ready for this game, like training as livers, a bit of a stag do situation going on Saturday as well. So if you see scantilously clad cowboy, it's all right. It's just my brother on his stag do.
Is that what he's dressing up as?
So
bad as dressing up as a maid in services on the motorway.
I don't know. I think you got away with it. I think you pulled it off quite well. This went for a stag do. That's just how he dresses up at a weekend. Final thoughts, Jono.
Final thoughts. Just get it as your old blades. Sing loud and proud, because atmosphere at Fulham was such a big improvement and just showed you what a difference it can make.
It shows a goal against champions in the first 10 minutes. Does help.
Oh, definitely. And then let's just go and enjoy the game against Forest at their gaff. Hopefully get through there, and then we're all together at Wembley.
We need every single fan who was there against Fulham to give that same energy. Whether we're 1-0 up in 10 minutes or not, even if it's 0-0 on 45, we need that same energy throughout the game, because they're going to bring energy. They're fans, and there's 3,000 of them, all in that top tier. They're going to be noisy. They're going to boo Annie's song like they always do. Because, them wacky scabs.
Exactly.
Fucking idiots. But no, just be loud, be proud. Don't if it's not going our way in the first 20 minutes, just keep fucking at it. I'm not saying cheer every misplaced pass. If we do something wrong, fucking applaud it. What I'm saying is keep that energy. Keep singing.
Keep the faith.
Don't just keep trying to sing your own songs. If you hear another section singing, join in. Because that still pissed me off. There were still some times where one section tried to start another section. It were a lot better. It were a lot better. But there were still times where one section starts singing something and the other section wouldn't join in because it wasn't
nice
their
to hear
song.
some of the old classics as well.
Oh yes. We want more of that. Less ballads, more classics. Final thoughts and score predictions, etc. I just think it's going to be very difficult to go through to Wembley and lose, like we always do. But to get through to Wembley,
would you rather lose against Forest and don't lose at Wembley?
If I could guarantee a win at Wembley, I obviously want to beat Forest.
I mean, would you rather lose in semis or final?
Final.
I'd like to beat Forest, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Get to final. If we lost in final, we're losing final.
Yeah, I mean,
to put Forest down would.
It's not going to happen, though, is it? It's not going to happen.
And then we're losing to Huddersfield or Luton. If I lost to Luton, I wouldn't be bothered to.
I'd be bothered. Yeah.
But I'd say well done, Luton, because you deserve that, because what a season you've had.
Too bad we're not going to get a chance because Forest are going to go through.
So we're Huddersfield.
And my genuine prediction is I think it'll either be 0-0 or 1-1 at Bramall Lane, and they'll win 1-0 at their place. My heart says we need to win by 2 or 3 at Bramall Lane. If we can come close to what we did against Fulham to Forest, if we can take a 3-goal lead at City Ground and then do a Wickham and just hold on, that'd be magnificent. And I think that's the only way we're going to do it. It's got to be to take we've got to take that home advantage first, and we've got to take full advantage of it. And we've got to go out there and not just go for a win. We've got to go out there and we've got to go and try and finish this tie off in one fucking leg. We do that, and my pessimism was misplaced. We don't do that, I'd fear the worst.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. It's come to the end of the video. If you've enjoyed it, what should you do, Jono?
Subscribe for free, no pennies whatsoever exchanged, and give us a thumbs up if you don't mind. Thank you very much.
Give him 10 seconds to do it now.
Yeah, go on then.
You done it?
He has. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Nice one. I've been Johnny.
I've been Jono.
Oh, come on, you little wide wings!